You're listening to the Board Game Snobs podcast, a ridiculous podcast with ridiculous hosts that discuss ridiculous things. And any mention of board games is purely coincidental. And so, without further ado, and with a heavy dollop of shame and embarrassment on my part, I give you the Board Game Snobs.
And go.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
You know what I think's unfair?
What's that?
Is that how many episodes of the Board Game Snobs podcast has been Dan and Gobby shutting us out? And I really think that the flair behind both of our podcasts, our podcast,
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it out loud, is us.
It's right here. It's right here between you and I. And honestly, if the Board Game Snobs listeners could hear the way Gabi was discussing how he's spending your Patreon money, he'd never be on the show again.
No.
I've never heard such a disgusting display of personal gain. He's living it up.
Embezzlement.
Living it up.
We're recording this very podcast on some device that I don't even recognize. Something from Star Wars. And the various things that he buys.
Sorry, guys, just showing up in my Audi. What's been going on?
Dan and I record between two Dixie cups and a big long string across the ocean.
And for some reason, Gabi has to do this Magnum PI cosplay all the time.
That's right, yeah. He's got these big can headphones over here. He's got some kind of a microphone that looks like it came straight out of NBC studios. What is happening?
You're no Walter Cronkite.
JFK has been shot.
But
that was Walter Cronkite, right?
Is that right?
I think so.
That was?
I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how to do it.
My mother-in-law will love that.
I don't know how to do the voice.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Can we get a little bit of Walter R. Murrow while we're at it, please?
Is that another timely reference?
That's an older one than you just mentioned. He's older than Walter Cronkite, I
So,
believe.
Mike, what's it like having to carry not only your own podcast,
Yeah.
but also be the center point? I'd say not necessarily the center point, but the newest hotness of the Dice Tower. Even though you've been on there for a long time.
Yeah.
People still look upon you as
Right. Well, because every time you see me, it's like you've discovered me again.
It's
right.
feels
It's
that
like
way.
a fresh, exciting discovery. And so, the answer, Jerry, is that it's very hard. It's really hard. It's taken a big toll on me over the years to have to carry the podcast. And now the game design for it's available now on allplay.com.
No, this will be edited out.
No,
I
this
can't.
will be
What?
edited out.
I can't. I'm not allowed.
And yes, and who knows what else you have cooking?
Yeah. Well,
There's many things.
we've got
I've
cooking.
heard- I've heard-
things cooking. Let me tell you.
Speaking of things cooking, I couldn't help but see this weird fact.
Oh, Dan, it's a weird fact.
In 2006,
Dan's here.
a woman farted on a plane
Yeah.
and tried to cover up the smell by lighting matches, causing an emergency landing and FBI investigation.
I'm never going to live this down. Look, my hair was longer back then. I really would like to move past this at some point.
Oh my goodness!
So let's set the scenario up again because I was just waiting to tell my stupid joke. So a woman farted on a plane.
She farts on a plane.
Yeah, which is a great Samuel L. Jackson movie. Go ahead.
Is monkey farting?
All right.
On this
So she
monkey
farts on the plane.
farts on a plane.
We
Yeah.
got the setup, guys.
Right? Yeah.
And tries to cover up the smell by lighting matches,
As one
Set
does.
the plane aflame.
which causes an emergency landing.
How are you telling that story to your family?
I
and
mean, this
friends?
is 2006.
Yeah,
Just 5 years
that's
away.
true. That is pre fart technology, anti-fart technology on every modern planet.
Housing bubble hadn't happened. It was a different world back then.
Oh, this poor woman.
That's great. Is there a picture associated with the story?
No, it just has like a random plane showing.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the plane?
There's no names?
Like,
Dox this woman. Margaret from Illinois. She's a librarian at
Every
the
day the woman wakes up, there's a pot of beans on her front porch.
something nobody can. Boxes of matches get thrown at her house all the time.
Her house runs on methane. What's happening?
Poor
Martha.
Martha Methane.
Oh, that's so sad.
Okay. Well, thank you for
Let's have
interjecting.
another heartwarming story here.
In the early 1900s, I don't know if I said this one or not earlier.
No, I'll tell you. Go ahead.
Have you ever heard of Sober Sue?
Never heard of it.
Sober Sue, is it a person?
She was known for never smiling.
Mm.
A theater
She had a
offered
stroke.
And go.
Facial drooping.
A theater offered $1,000 to anyone who could make her laugh, drawing many comedians and crowds eager to watch their failed attempts.
Mm.
It was later discovered that Sue had facial paralysis,
And there we go.
which
Yeah.
explained her inability to swallow.
Let's have the bingo card for this episode. I've already made fun of somebody with a disability. Let's do that. We've talked about farts. That's another one. Let's see.
Poor Sober Sue.
What's the next one? Let me knock it. Is there anything about
Next up is paraplegic Pam. That's all I got.
Oh, she didn't
That's
get
all-
around
I
a
was
lot.
just saying.
What? Go ahead.
Oh, that's all I got.
That's all you got?
Now,
Was a
that-
fart joke?
look, that's we covered 5 minutes.
Wow, boy. That was
Five
really
minutes.
Wow.
thanking for more.
And take it away, Jerry.
So, well, Mike, as we get back to the
Sure.
yeah, because I don't see. I'm sorry, we got sidetracked.
Yeah.
If you had to change one thing about your podcast
Okay.
besides Dan,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
what would it be?
We would be getting paid for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking more creatively.
Okay.
That's-
Creatively, I wish that I was better. I wish that I was better at being available. Because I definitely am the reason why we have slowed down
Shots
our
fired.
Same here.
Yeah.
It's hard. Do you find you're obviously a creative person,
Well, yeah.
as am I. I find that
That's self-evident. Yeah.
there's a limit
Mm,
that you're just tired or exhausted. It's
Mm.
hard to get that deep work in.
right.
That do you feel with everything that you're doing, with the Dice Tower being on camera, being the the new face of the Dice Tower, so to speak.
Yeah.
Voice of youth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in comparison to this, if you
Voice of a generation.
if you average out the crowd,
It's the
here-
Pepsi generation.
Yeah, there you go.
The greatest.
Generation. Do you feel like you ever get tired of creating content?
Is this a serious question, or
This
is this
is a
setting up
serious
for a
question,
bit?
no.
Okay. Do I
All my
get
questions are
tired of
serious.
creating content? Generally, no. It's not that. I'm not. I don't really. It's what would it be? No. It's that part is fun. It's the other part of having to do any of the actual work around it. Now, to be
You mean like
fair,
the editing?
Dan does the editing,
Right.
and to be clear, that shows.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Basically, I just get to show up.
Yep.
And I don't even get to show up as much as I would like to. Is what I'm getting at there. So, but on the Dice Tower, again, if we're actually asking a real question, the content creating is the easy part.
Mm-hmm.
That's a breeze. It's the editing. It's all of there's a lot in the Dice Tower. I would say 70 to 80% of my job is editing.
I would, and with that,
Mm-hmm.
this is something that I have found because occasionally I go back. I don't listen to our podcast. I go back and listen to other episodes.
I've never done that. Go ahead.
I do that occasionally just for posterity.
For
Posterity.
your prostate?
Yeah.
It's good for your posterity health.
It's,
Yeah.
it's,
It is.
You go back. It's
Yeah.
I'm trying to make that a thing.
Yeah.
Do you ever? Has there ever been a review or something that an opinion that you voiced that you regretted later?
You're kidding me, right?
No.
Like dozens? Calling the crew a flash in the pan. I've definitely heard that on more than one occasion.
Everybody knows that one.
Yeah. Well,
famous.
I also put, I don't even remember what the game is, but I put a particular game on my most anticipated games of the year list 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
But as far as opinions, I relatively early on, we did a top 10 essential games list, and I put Cthulhu Wars on it, without really taking into account the fact that it's a couple of $100. No. And that was a little tone deaf, right? That was, thinking about who might be listening to that, telling somebody that maybe spends $30 on board games a year, telling them that a $300 game is essential probably wasn't a great call.
Right.
So there are some things, right?
So, an elitist.
I will bridge this in or hard merge this into something here because I have recently, as you well know, I've joined the Fantasy Football League.
Yes.
That you're in.
That's correct.
I haven't watched football since the early 90s when Barry Sanders was with the...
Bernie Sanders?
Barry Sanders. He's the greatest running back in NFL history.
He really is. He's the best running back in history, and he's a Democratic socialist.
You wouldn't know it looking at him now, would you?
He's basically British. If you just look up, there's a documentary out about Barry. He's a great, you need to watch it.
He's a great person, too.
You have Netflix in Britain.
No, they don't have it yet.
Can you appreciate a sport that you know nothing about?
I know something about American football. I used to watch the European League or whatever it was called. Sorry, I'm not speaking into the microphone.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't watched football in a long time, but because of my son, I began watching it more. Because that's what he's into. And as you know, as a father.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy, watch sports with me, please. You do nothing else with me. Please watch a sport with me.
And I'm praising it.
You won't play with me. Can I let watch it?
Please put down the whiskey bottle.
He's always carrying that and never me.
It makes you so angry, Daddy.
Please talk to me.
Okay. Jack listens to these episodes and laughs hysterically every time he hears Gabby do that. But that whole football thing. So I'm getting back into it. So I did the Fantasy Football League.
Yes, you did.
I like that a lot. I'm forgetting my point, but now this is something that I know nothing really about. I haven't had much to do with.
Yeah.
It's unusual for you to be talking about something you know nothing about on a podcast.
It's
wow. There is nothing Jerry doesn't know about. And if he doesn't, he still has opinions.
I do form opinions quickly.
Yeah.
It's a fault that I have, which is why I brought up the whole.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So I understand. So it is something new to me, and so it's very interesting, obviously. But I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
Do you find that?
Is it the same for Mike with board games?
I thought that might be where this was leading.
So I mean, like, do you ever feel like you've gone? Whenever you're offering a review of a game, that perhaps
you're out of your depth, Mike.
You're out of your league, Donnie.
So I have felt that way because it's been Gabi and various people messaging me and going, "Oh, will you trade me for this person or what about this?"
Yeah.
I'm looking at stats and I have nothing about that I'm trying to catch up with.
Yeah, I hear you.
And all of a sudden, it's like I feel like I don't have any idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel that way when you're delving into a review of a game that maybe you're missing the mark or maybe you feel like you're out of your depth?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I tend to stay out of reviews because I don't play every type of game. Right? I mean, every so often I'll be in a game that's not typically my type of game, and then I can only speak to my experience, but I don't try to come from a point of authority. Honestly, I try not to come from a point of authority in any review because what I always tell people is it's an opinion, right? What I hope is that people watch enough of our reviews that they get a sense for what every reviewer on the channel likes.
Right.
And if you tend to like the games they like, you might agree with their opinions more often than not.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I think that was really what caused your star to rise in the Dice Tower.
Okay. Let's drill down on this.
I think that you were the everyman. So previously, when I started watching the Dice Tower,
Jerry, you realize that while we're having this incredible discussion, these two buffoons are over here.
I am listening with bated
I
ears.
fell asleep 10 minutes ago.
I started watching the Dice Tower in a very tumultuous period of my life, and it was one of those things that when I started it,
Yeah.
it was very comforting.
Honestly, all jokes aside, that's like when people tell me that's the best thing anyone can ever tell you is that you've kind of, not just me personally, but just the channel has helped people through difficult times.
It was.
Yeah.
The most popular video that's got millions of reviews, that was my very first Dice Tower video of Dan going.
Top 10 essentials.
Of Tom going, I know it's 30, it's my 10 and his 10 and Z's 10 and Sam, and me watching that. And I remember that very clearly and going, okay, this is, anyways. My point being was that at that time, Z was kind of the man of the people, so to speak.
You were calling. He was called the voice of the people. Yeah.
And I was looking for solo games.
Yeah.
At that time, and Z was my guy.
Yeah.
I listened to Z, and then he went,
and he led you astray.
Right.
After a little bit, it became this thing of he can't play anything over an hour.
Yeah.
And I found like, okay, well, if I'm soloing, it's Z. If it's my war games, I'm going to this grouchy guy. That's who I liked. I was like, okay, he knows this is the man.
He who shall not be named.
and then for a brief period of time, I was a Jason Levine fanboy for a moment.
I remember that vividly.
He was very pro Jason.
My first interaction with the Dice Tower at a convention, the first thing I did was at BGG. The last time Dice Tower had a booth at BGG in Dallas. Jason, I was on one of the Dice Tower vlogs with Sam Healy filming, and you could see me in the background walk up to Jason Levine, shake his hand, and say, "I just want you to know you're my man.
Yeah,
like when you say something, you're the guy that I know it's weird, but we've aligned." And then he immediately grabbed me by the collar and pulled me over to Sam and said, "Listen to what he has to say." And I got on for like 30 seconds.
Jason was
gave you
ecstatic.
and I was a deep, passionate kiss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Off screen. I was wearing a shut up and sit down shirt, I think. Which I still have
which you wore to this very retreat.
I
by the
wore
way.
that shirt at
and
BGG,
Dan noticed it. Tom noticed it.
They were coming up to me and thanking me for the shut up and sit down. They thought I was like the camera guy. And I played that off. Till I one evening ran into Paul. It was at BGG.
You would think the fact you weren't British would have clued him in, but okay.
Put on an accent.
But his son is.
Yeah.
His son is.
My son is apparently British. I fathered a British. I adopted a young British child.
Why do you wear that shirt, Daddy?
Daddy, why do you spell words wrong?
12 years old and 6 foot tall and 2 feet.
If only you could ever say, "I love you." You put "you" in everything, but "I love you."
Anyways, my point
You
being,
jerk.
I think what
you
made
disappointment.
I think what made you so popular.
Wow, we are really going on about Dice Tower at
I
night.
know, I
Man,
think-
good.
Right, brown nosing.
I'm not. I'm just saying what's happening. I'm saying the reality.
Okay.
I'm saying what captured
Jerry's pouring out
the
his heart on this
attention
one.
of the masses. I've drank whiskey.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
what?
We're into the I love you man stage.
What?
Well, we're all just sitting here going, "Oh my God.
What's the voice?
You're my best friend."
Oh my God. I gotta keep adjusting these levels. Oh my goodness. Jerry.
What's the
Please,
voice of
go
the
on.
people?
All right. Well,
You're the everyday man.
Now for my experience with the Dice Tower.
Thank you, Jerry. That
Do
was
you
very-
even
that was
watch
very
the
nice of you to
videos?
say.
No, Dice Tower was, of course, the first gaming channel I ever watched. And Dice Tower is a baseline for everyone. And for anybody that denies that or tries to big boy it or whatever, they're lying.
Thank God we've outgrown them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I've come to disagree with most of.
Well, you should.
Wow.
It's like me and Jerry. Strangely enough, what me and Jerry play, and this is a great thing. What we play and like is very simpatico. Like we happen to jive on almost every game. There's very few games. I'd say 1 out of every 10 that we disagree on.
Okay.
Vegas
Strip.
whatever, Vegas Strip.
There are some games
like-
you don't understand.
I like to keep my clothes on when I play games,
Sure,
so I
sure.
don't like that game.
I'm very free. and
But for the most
confident.
part, we like it. even though, okay, here's another thing. Even though I don't get them, like I don't math well,
I'm terrible at math.
but yet you play lots of mathy games.
I do because it's simple arithmetic.
But
I can
like
handle that.
Jerry. Jerry and Bubba can approach, and even Jerry and Bubba can approach.
Even Enrique.
Well, no. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Enrique.
I'm sorry,
Daddy.
What Enrique is able to do is just join a game and play it.
Yeah,
and he doesn't stress about it.
No, he's not necessarily playing by the rules. He's moving pieces.
But strangely enough, he carries his own a lot of games.
Okay,
but Jerry approaches the game and he like sees the strategy right away and has his boom. He's able to look down the line and see this is where I'm going. I do not have that.
No.
As you have seen.
Yeah.
He said that way too fast.
I don't think I do either, though.
No,
that's why I like
I have
tactical games
way less than you, as you have seen. But but then every now and then, strangely, a weird random game gets me. Like the one we all hated, Merchants of Andromeda.
Yeah.
And I double your scores. Nobody cares.
You find out how he worked that into both of these podcasts we recorded today?
I know.
Wow. I try to every chance I get.
So, Dan, in what ways do you appreciate me? We haven't heard from you yet. I'd like to hear from you.
Well, I was going to move on.
That's a really tricky question.
Because I vaguely remember the Dan and Cora videos on the Dice Tower. Because I when I watched that, I got a very, and this is something that I've always appreciated about you, Dan, is that you put on this persona of, not a persona.
I just say
you put on this persona of being a human being. Yeah.
You had a very pleasant
this bit where you take advantage of your child. I got to tell you. That is gold.
I've never been able to capitalize on that.
All my children need to make me money.
I like that about you. No, it was very Mr. Rogers-esque. But no, I like the Dan and Cora because at that time I had just adopted 2 kids. And so you're and they were growing up in the Helm, and here's you with your Dan and Cora type thing.
Helm's
no, he said hell.
With who?
You said at the helm, it sounded like.
The Helm?
The helm.
Take the helm.
Take me out. Check off.
You had the helm.
Yeah.
Either way, your videos were very helpful because it was a thing of, here's what you play with your kids. Your videos were quite helpful. And that, not to say persona, but your what made you want to do those videos?
What do you mean what?
Copy's laughing hysterically at this question.
It's just this implication that Dan's whole thing is just like this barely visible shell to hide the seething rage behind the fact that you were able to come off as a human being.
As somebody who struggles with that, I just want to know. How does one do that?
Pure narcissism, Jerry. Absolutely pure narcissism, using my children in order to catapult me up the stratosphere towards Dice Tower fame.
I think anybody that does any kind of creative endeavor where you want people to see what you're doing, there's an aspect of that. I fully cop to it. Like, one of the parts of my job that I enjoy is that people hear what I have to say and watch what I do, and every so often you get a really nice compliment, right?
Yes.
That's a thing, right? I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of there. You can get really cynical about it like Dan, but you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm kidding. Dan's not cynical.
It's nice for people to say, you know what, I enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
It kind of keeps
It might
you going.
happen to you one day.
Look, you do this long enough, somebody's going to confuse you for somebody else.
Someone with having a car accident with a brain injury, something like that.
I love Jason Levine. So that's you know, there's somebody out there for everybody.
Yes.
So, but yes, that whole thing, that whole idea of deciding one day to put yourself out there onto the internet.
Well, I think we all know. All of us got creative drive. That's all it is, isn't it? It's wanting to do something. It's wanting to do something, and it's more fun to do something when people are watching. As Gabby knows from Oh, actually.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
We've only had a.
Oh, he's looking at his stats.
There we go.
There we go.
Let's hear some. My goodness, I wish I could hear some
Go.
numbers.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Why don't you tell us about something that we did
I mean-
previously?
Push him hard enough, he'll retreat to his stats.
We've only had a world famous comedian on our show, but whatever. Go ahead.
Jeff Foxworthy. Come on,
It's your brother.
he's never called me back.
If you have to keep referring to one famous guest, you might be pathetic.
That's all we got.
Well, it's one more famous guest than we've had, I suppose. Although in the board gaming sphere, we've had the
to-
glitterati.
Yeah, I had
The
all.
glitterati, baby.
Yeah,
Ian O'Toole.
Ian O'Toole, pretty big. Tom Vassell.
Tom Vassell.
We've had Tom. Go ahead. Next.
My most anxiety-provoking one was Eric, because I'm such a big
Eric
fan
Summerer.
of Eric Summerer.
Yeah. And he would not shut up about the puppets the whole time.
All the time.
Nothing but puppets with Eric Summerer.
Puppets.
Puppets, Muppets, and
So,
musical.
quick question. A serious question.
Yes.
Y'all start off your show, chit chat amongst yourselves, banter, as they say, and y'all then would have a guest on your show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you don't focus so much on that,
No,
right?
No.
Why is that?
It's
Because
we're
it takes
lazy.
organization.
We're lazy.
Quite literally, it
Yeah.
means booking a guest, booking a
Right,
time.
because it is very difficult to find somebody that you haven't had on before. See
no,
if
it's not
we don't even
that.
care about that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, and we could
See-
find somebody we haven't had before. We know loads of people.
The problem is that because of me, and I take responsibility for this, we typically will organize a recording either the day before or the day of.
Yeah.
And that's what it is that it's like, hey, are you free? And it's almost always a weekend, right? And this is a very true thing. I've said this to Dan before, I think, but I don't know if I've ever said it on the air. So bonus exclusive. I don't listen back to early Sporadically Board podcasts. And the reason why I'm scared to is I'm afraid they were much better then than they are now. I don't know if that's true or not, but part of me is like, if I went back and listened to the early ones, I'd be like, we need to, step our game up again. But we've always followed our own, you know what I mean? I mean, as selfish as it sounds, we don't do this for anybody else.
No, and the entire show. I mean, we told this story 1,000 times.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
entire show was created because we didn't want it to be stressed. Well, I didn't
Yeah.
want it to be
No,
stressed.
yeah.
And Mike just came along. Then Mike became famous all of a sudden.
Right.
I keep saying he was nothing before.
The first podcast I was on is This Game is Broken.
yeah.
So,
rode the Hughes coattails in, didn't you,
Mm,
Dan?
I
We
did.
ride-
I did.
Although, no, Mike had the Dice Tower segment before all that. And
Solo mode.
I
Is that
did.
still effective?
sure. I still own the website.
Is it still getting new content?
No,
Okay.
because it's a conflict of interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why would you?
Why would I? Yeah.
Yeah, you got your
Right.
master. I got you.
Yeah. I've got this wonderful platform that I can exploit to my advantage.
And if you want to do a solo review, you'll just do it on the
I
Dice
just do
Tower.
a solo review. Yeah. I do that.
It's not like you need permission.
No.
All right. Well, that's a 30-minute episode right there, guys.
Wow, we did it.
Wow,
We
what
did
are
it.
you doing? I had.
Oh, I'm going to get fired.
Did you have more stuff to say? I mean, we've got time, I think,
No,
before
we gotta get the
No, we haven't got time. We got-
No, I have time.
Mike's
Right
just said-
now, I'm actively getting fired by
Okay.
sitting here.
All right. Well, that's
saying there's a chance.
So you're saying
Usurp you.
that's going to do
That's
it.
all I need is a goatee.
That's right. Yeah. You had this all planned. This is
That
a
is
hostile
all planned.
A
takeover.
goatee in another 20 years.
Yeah. No. Yes, we're good. We're
And
good.
a whole lot more
Right.
charisma.
Thank you for listening, guys. This is going to do it for this episode of the Board Game Snobs / Sporadically
I wish I was on
Board.
this episode.
Well, Dan,
I
was
kept trying to give it to you.
drag
I kept looking at Dan like say something.
I
He's got
kept-
deer in the headlights
I
over there.
started
But I
off
don't know
by-
what to say.
I'm not going to do this Mike loving rubbish.
I was trying to start off about how wonderful it was that you were able to take
Wow.
advantage of your
You were
children.
throwing me a pity question, and I was
It wasn't a pity question.
It was a pity
It
question.
wasn't a pity question. I admire your
The Dice Tower helped Jerry through his life, is what he was saying.
and you were a part of it.
And also, then Dan showed up.
And Dan showed up, and
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Until next time,
I think this is the worst podcast.
I'm Gabi.
It's Jerry.
You're Dan.
I wasn't even on the podcast. I don't know why you made it.
And I'm Enrique.
Thank you for tolerating this episode of the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.